Fella, you're crazy. Jerry Clower, a long-dead country comedian, told a story about how his good friend Marcel Ledbetter, a made-up character for his jokes, got a recruiter to declare that and keep him out of the military. Marcel was a young man and didn't want to leave home, so he walked into the recruiter's office and started boasting about all the things he wanted to do. He didn't want any training and was ready to swim the oceans, climb the mountains, and fight the enemy barehanded. When the recruiter responded with, "Fella, you're crazy," Marcel calmly said, "Write that down." Jerry Clower may have been inspired by an incident involving God's chosen king of Israel, David, that occurred while he was fleeing from Saul. After having to beg for food and eat holy bread from the Tabernacle, he decided his only escape was to flee to Israel's enemy, the Philistines. But as we would imagine, his reception was less than friendly. They knew who he was and what he had done. They even quoted the song that had driven Saul insane. Saul has slain his thousands and David his 10,000s. 1 Samuel 21 verses 10 and 11. David heard their comments and in a desperate bid for survival pretended insanity. David took these words to heart and greatly feared Achish, king of Gath. So he disguised his sanity while in their sight and acted insanely in their custody. And he scribbled on the doors of the gate and drooled on his beard. 1 Samuel 21 verses 12 and 13. Apparently, David was a good actor because he pulled off his pretense and convinced the people and the king of Gath that he was out of his mind. He was so convincing, the king asked his advisors why they had brought David to him. He didn't need another madman cluttering his palace. 1 Samuel 21 verses 14 and 15. David took the hint and quickly escaped. The point for us on today's Morning Minutes in the Bible is simple. What insanity do we pretend to in our desperate attempt to escape God? Do we pretend that he can't see our sin? Do we pretend that our sin isn't really that bad? Or do we pretend our sin isn't really sin at all? We may fool ourselves. We may fool the people of this world. We may even fool others who genuinely serve him. But we cannot fool the eternal God. He sees through it all, so let's cut out the insanity and repent. God's relentless pursuit of us is to save us from our insanity. So let's stop running away and return to the Lord. Let me know if I can help you return to God here on An American Missionary. Reach out to me by email or message for further study. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.